welcome to my YouTube channel. So today in this video I'm going to show you guys how I do my eyebrows. So I do get a lot of comments on my eyebrows. I have naturally thick eyebrows, but as you can see right now there's no product or anything in it. I do have some sparse areas just from plucking my eyebrows so thin in the past. When I started growing them out, there's just some areas that didn't grow in as full. As you can see, I have it on both sides. I have a little bit of scarring just right in there. That's how I tame these wild brows and fill in sparse areas. So my eyebrows are pretty thick, but they're also really long. So I have really long eyebrow hairs. And oftentimes they'll kind of hang down like they're doing right now. So I always like to comb my eyebrows up because it's almost like an instant facelift, if you know what I mean. So the eyebrow gel that I'm currently using right now is Soap BROWS. Ooh. So this is the eyebrow gel I'm going to use. Honestly, I think you can use any kind of eyebrow gel. It's just the eyebrow gel that I'm using at the moment. You can also just use a bar of soap. I used to use a bar of soap literally before I started using this. So directions will tell you to get some setting spray and then just spray on the bar of soap and run your spoolie over it. But honestly, sometimes I just do it with water. I kind of skip out on this step and I just use water because I find it just works very similar to the setting spray and it's not necessary. And it's cheaper to use water, so. And then I go in here and I kind of rub it around. So I brush them up towards my temple and then I kind of tuck in the ends so it doesn't look so crazy. Let's do the same to the other side. Brush them up towards the temple. I tuck them in, tuck the ends in a bit. So when you're using soap, whether it's just bar soap or if you're using this stuff, sometimes it does tend to get kind of white from the soap, but if that happens, literally just run your fingers through it and it goes away. Yep. And if you run your fingers through it too, it kind of flattens it down as well. And it almost looks like laminated brows. I know that's like a thing now. Is to laminate your brows, but honestly, this kind of gives it the same effect. So I like to use two different shades of eyebrow pencil. Just an insider tip. I used to use the Beverly Hills Dip Brow, but honestly, I started noticing how fake my brows looked and I didn't really like that. So I preferred more of the natural look, and I felt like when I was using the Dip Brow, my brows were looking very, very fake. So now I've moved on to using pencils, and that way you can kind of have more control and also draw individual hairs. As in, when I was using the Dip Brow, I kind of just felt like it was a block. So the reason why I use two shades is because I feel like my brows end up looking a lot more natural when I use two shades. If you use a dark color in the front, it's very obvious. So you want to save the lighter color for the front area and then the darker color to define the arch and the ends a little bit more. So this is gonna be my lighter color. I'm gonna go in and just fill in the sparse areas that I have in front here. And just with a very, very light hand. I'm gonna fill in that sparse area. Can't see it anymore. Sometimes I also like to add a little bit more. Okay, so there you go. See how on this side I filled in the sparse area, and this side you can still really see it, but it looks very natural. Look at the difference. And then with the darker shade, oh, I'm running out. So with the darker shade, I kind of, I build out the arch a little bit more. So I prefer my eyebrows to be more straight, like arched, but like kind of reaching towards my temple instead of reaching down. I feel like it just gives your face an instant facelift. Sometimes I do this just, it just kind of helps give that effect, is that I'll pull my temple back and then I fill it in just to give it more of that lifted effect. See? Oh my God. Do you guys see the difference? How this side of my face almost looks like it's lifted and this side looks like if you guys can see. This side of my face versus this side. So now I'm just gonna do the same to the other side, starting with filling in this sparse area in the front with a lighter shade. And then with the darker shade, I'm gonna fill in the ends. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did to this side. I'm gonna kind of push it up a little bit, just so I can envision, you know? It just helps me envision if my eyebrows were really this long. I mean, come on. What? That's crazy. So this next step is completely optional, but if you're going for like a full glam type of look, this is a good small thing that you could do to just look really like done. So I'm gonna use this concealer. So the reason why I do this, because it just makes your eyebrows look super fresh. If you're drawing in your brows and you're not following your natural brow hairs, which is if it's the natural shape is going down and you're drawing it more up, you'd want to conceal those like straggly hairs on the bottom here. So I would recommend using a concealer that's a little bit thicker, like this Nars like pot, instead of like a liquidy concealer, just because you'll have more coverage and it'll really cover up any hairs that you have down here. So just to be honest, I haven't done my brows, as in like I haven't gotten it waxed or threaded or tweezered in so long. Occasionally, once in a while, I get some hairs like down here and then I'll just take care of it myself, but really I don't really get my eyebrows done at a salon anymore. I kind of just let it go. There really is no need to get your eyebrows done. And that's the end of the video. I just gave myself the most natural brows and an instant facelift. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye!